Tactmatic right now is probably known for his battle scene. I've been to Australia, London, Manila, and of course locally I've battled so many people. I've won so many times, I've lost a couple of times. But it's like one of the best experiences I've ever had.
Now, you dissing Indians? Well, I don't care. I ban you from every 7-Eleven and double charge all of y'all with the cab fare.
Being flown to London to stand in front of someone and like condemn the person with your raps is like a very good feeling.
Got the swag that I own, so you drag to the zone where your own fans know that you about to get owned in your own damn home.
Battling, I feel, is a very tactful process. Like, you need to be very tactful to being able to offend someone without being offensive. And I thought that was perfect being a battle MC, right? So, tact formed from that, and the matic was just an adjective. Yeah. Hi, my name is Kuan Kunasegran. I am 24, turning 25, and I'm from a small town called Telok Intan, which is in Perak, in case you didn't know. I grew up from a small family, decent childhood, no abuse. I was a very quiet kid. I didn't say much. For starts, my dad is crazy into music. He's like a karaoke addict. He wouldn't buy me some toys, but he would splash like 10 grand on like a sound system. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, his sound system is like pretty impressive, like till today, banging stuff. I grew up listening to Engelbert Humperdinck, Tom Jones. Well, when I was young, I had this one friend. He goes by the name Aman. Now he's Aman Dylan, or if you already know by now, that's Kraft. So me and Kraft grew up together in Telok Intan. So we were the only two kids with a slow londe, you know? Back then, you know, that whole too fat era where baggy pants was like the thing. We used to battle each other with our rhyme books open. Yeah. It was probably 2003, 2004, and Fruity Loops. I was using Fruity Loops 2 back then, so that's how long ago that I started making Fruity Loops beats. Well, there was no YouTube back then for any tutorial, so it was basically just, you know, trying and experimenting with it and finding out what happens. Like, just for me to figure out like how the mic connects to the pink socket and how to configure for it to work. That took me like probably a few days. So I sort of learned that myself, everything by myself. I used to record while my parents used to wonder like what the hell's going on, like what am I doing in the room, like the doors are locked. This is a funny story. I sold my first beat for 50 ringgit. Yeah, and this was like in high school, like over the net. Some people wanted some beats, I'm like, yeah, 50 ringgit, take it. And he bought like 5. So I made 250 ringgit. That's like my first legitimate sale of beats. So from then onwards, I realized the potential in what I was doing. Of course, I was making a lot of beats by then. And I was like, hey, you know, I could probably upload this online and see what happens. And one thing led to another. And before you know it, I was like selling a decent amount of beats like per year, you know, like enough to sustain. And that's what opened my eyes to like the real value in what I could do. Of course, I finished high school, Form 5, and it was time to study. So I came to KL to tapak Wang Samaju, to our college. I did my diploma in accounting there, then I switched to Sunway to do my ACCA. I guess it was the books I was reading and the documentaries I was watching, I don't know what it was, but I sort of had like a clearer picture of what I truly wanted in life, and I had a better understanding of myself. You know, every day, like even today, like I'm sure my mom would have like, is probably gonna call and ask me like, you know, what's up? And then psychologically, she's gonna like try to infuse me to like get, you know, like a proper job. And, you know, of course she does takes interest in like what's happening in like my music side of things, but I can see that they still want me to get like a proper job and that. So it's a constant struggle to like convince them like this is what I'm gonna do and that I'm doing okay. And at that point, I'd already made friends over MIRC, the internet chat relay. And when I came to KL, I sort of met these people and they introduced me to the Tamil scene. The Tamil scene was just growing at that time. This was pre-Valavan, Yogi B. Nachitra Valavan, that album, which is basically the point of where Tamil hip-hop blew up in Malaysia, you know. Dr. Ben heard me on this collective called 5 Elements. It was a compilation CD we put out. And I was rapping in my patois, like it's fake as hell because, you know, I'm not Jamaican obviously, and you know, I had to fake the accent, but it sounded cool. They loved it. So he then hollered at Sasiradon, the reggae ambassador, and he got me, Pluck, another good reggae artist locally, and the 4 of us were on this song called Teke Teke. Radios loved it. That probably put me on the radio platform. Like I got to meet a lot of people from THR Raga, I remember that one point in my life, I think it was 2007, 2008, where there were times when I know I was broke, and it was me and my girlfriend at that point. Like, we used to survive like a month, 2 months on just the sale of one beat, like literally. And slowly over the years, I sort of understand the value in commercial and pop culture, and if this is what you want to do, you should be able to cater to everybody, right? And if you're just going to do what you like, then you're just forever going to be stuck in your world. If your client or the artist you're working with likes it, and you can see that glow in your face, is like, dude, that's it. I guess that's like the best feeling of being a producer, like when you nail it. Like when somebody wants something, they don't know how to voice it out to you, but when you show it to them, it's like, yo, that's what I wanted. You know, it's like, it's a good moment. Yeah. There's value in your rights, like songwriting rights. It's something that should not be just put aside. It's very, very important. So that's when I decided, like, I need to learn publishing. I needed to learn like what are my rights worth, how much money is involved. Well, I don't have an expensive studio. I work from home and I still had #1 hits on radio, so trust me, like, it doesn't really matter what you have, it's how you use it. Use your ears. If it sounds right, it sounds right. Recently, I also started a video production company called Dope Motion Pictures, where we do like video related products and stuff. Shoot my own videos because I couldn't afford it. Fame, to me, the main reason I go after fame would be for business. Fame is advertising. That's the way I look at it. The more people know me, the more people I can sell to. The people who are doing it purely for fame, I mean, I think that's wrong. You need to understand that there is value in being out there. You know, just like how anyone who would understand the value in advertising, they would understand the value in being an artist. Since Tactmatic is in the front line, I use Tactmatic to push the businesses of Kuhin, so to say. See, my passion made sense, so it's sense to be cashing. I'm doing what I love, and this love is everlasting. See, I emptied my pockets, then I rocket to the top. Connect to the sockets where the power don't stop. See, the dreams that I follow is what I see. So be your own dream, your own love, your own inspirasi. Peace.